welcome back to Mount Pleasant Stop Something. And drivers are ready?
Stop
Yep.
12. I'm ready.
Yeah, stop 12 out of how many, and both drivers are ready.
Yep.
Ready. Oh. Then even off the start, a slight lead that Shane into the first turn. Looks like Shane's gonna get there first, of course. Big lead by Shane. Wow, that's big. That's what she said. And almost front foot. No dives it for David. Shane still in the lead, and David dies. Almost. And Shane will be in round 2.
And for our second race, we have Brandon versus Jim Jack McCarthy off the line. It looks like Jack may have an early lead, but nosedives really hard. Brandon is going to make up the ground off of that. Obviously, they won't look even at this point, but I can tell that once they get out of this turn, Brandon is going to have a pretty large lead. Actually, maybe not as big as I thought. It looks like it's going to be Brandon by about a truck and a half length. Good race out from both drivers. Into the third round of wait.
This is the third race of the second
race.
I mean, first round.
First round. Neither of us can talk. James has an early lead on Sean. Sean is way far back. James has literally just signed out of this race.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, but he kind of messed up in that turn, but it's going to be James by like 3, maybe 4, possibly 5 or 6 truck lengths. And Sean one tired. So that is going to be James. Yeah. And for our final race of round number 1, it is going to be Kyle versus Tim. Go! They are off the line, dead even. Into the first jump, it is Kyle. Probably in second gear. First turn very well by both drivers. Over the tabletop. Kyle kind of backs down on that to not get huge air, and it's going to be close to the finish line. It is a drag race to the end, and it is going to be Kyle by about a truck length. He was hauling coming out of that turn, and Kyle, with the huge horsepower, creator of carnage, will take the win.
Here is Shane against a new person who is in heavy hitter, and big lead to heavy hitter in the first jump. Oh, they both kind of get nice there, and heavy hitter kind of clips the car, but he doesn't flip over. Shane trying to catch up. Oh boy, this is going to be a close one. Heavy hitter in the lead, and it's going to be heavy hitter.
Our second race of round number 2 is going to be Brandon versus Austin. Austin qualified number 4, Brandon number 5. So this is going to be a pretty interesting race. It is going to be down to the wire. Both of these drivers are very capable of the win, so it's going to be very interesting. And I think once again it is going to come down to a drag race down to the end. Austin trying to make up the ground, but it's going to be Brandon by about a half a truck. That was an amazing race from both drivers.
I'm just going to say
up next we have Trenton versus James, Hooligan versus Barbarian. This is a fight to see who is the better independent. Huge air out of both trucks. Hooligan really did suck that up, and he is super wide. He is going to have to make up a lot of time, but James just did I think that was a one tire. Oh god.
I didn't see it, but...
Oh, and it doesn't matter because James rolled over. He's going to be able to save it, but it's going to be all Trenton. Tough break for James. Alright, so he just does a huge stoppie. Way to go, James. Way to make it entertaining. And across the line. And for our final race of round number 2, we have Kyle versus Dropped. Go! POD versus Super Smash Racing, which Super Smash now has half the people of Team POD, and he is on his side, but Kyle wipes out. it should be dropped as long as Kyle can make this final turn. Dropped into a wheelie. And it is Kyle. Dropped is just now crossing the line. Tough break for Super Smash. Our first race of the semifinals is going to pair two heavy hitters. Haha, pun intended. We have MG25 versus Brandon in the red. Both really fast drivers. And if you guys want to know who Mr. MG is, you're going to have to guess. And if you're right, well, I may let you know. It is a drag race down to the end, but it is going to be Mr. MG by about a truck length. That was a really good race, though. Both drivers are very fast. And our second race in the semifinals, who is going to decide? I'm going to bleep that out. Who is going to race Mr. MG in the finals? It's going to be either Trenton or Kyle. Go! Kyle gets the whole shot on Trenton by about a half a truck, but Trenton is a very good driver. He qualified second, so he is very fast. Kyle qualified sixth. It's going to be a drag race down to the end. Both drivers are about dead even pulling out of the turn. And it looks like it's going to be Trenton by about a tire. That was an amazing race. And once again, a lot of close races here tonight. But Trenton is going on to the finals to race Mr. MG. For the finals, we have Trenton Ray in the beautiful looking hooligan up against Mr. MG in heavy hitter Chevy on Chevy action. Who is going to win this one? We're going to have to find out. Two really strong independents.
Heavy hitter got the whole
this
shot on my
is
screen.
The number one and the number two qualifier, Trenton doing a wheelie. This is how I imagine racing going. Number one and number two qualifier. These were the only two guys to get in the 24 seconds, and it looks like Will has a pretty good lead on it. I'm going to have to bleep that out again. And it is going to be Mr. MG by like two truck lengths. Alright, Trenton Ray got defeated in the finals, which means Mr. MG gets to do the honors of the one special thing here. It is backflip time. And looks like he is gonna take a little run up. Also, there is $3,000 on the line for both, and Mr. MG won an extra $3,000 here. And there is the backflip, and it is perfect. Way to go, and I think he is going to celebrate his racing win. Nicely done. First up for obstacle course, we have Jack in Psycho, sponsored by Colt Energy Drinks. Off to a decent start so far. Kind of a wide turn into the first turn over the big jump. Huge air out of Psycho. Around the big bus stack. Very nice. And completely misses the bus obstacle. Okay. Around the car. Now you need to hit the van. And a sharp turn. Andy's gonna roll over. Saved it. And across the line. It is going to be a 104.44. Second up, we have Kyle, and creator of Carnage. You can go whenever. And he is off. Good start, not a ton of air. I'm thinking that he can beat a 109 by Jack. No problem in his home state. He made it all the way to the semis. A very good showing out of Kyle. And I'm sure that he wants to do really good in obstacle course. So far, he is hauling around this track. That's like the halfway point right there. That's what I'm going to call the halfway point. And around the car. He's only at 35 seconds right now. He's definitely, oh Jesus Christ, definitely going to beat Jack as long as he doesn't like have a huge rollover or anything. And across the line with a 47.32. Up next we have James, the illegal Mexican, not really, in Barbarian. Beautiful looking truck.
Little damage
nice
after the racing. He had a little accident.
Yeah, crumpled up the front end of the truck a little bit. They got that all put back together.
Oh, jeez.
Huge air, but that truck had a really big bounce. Coming around the bus. Looks like he is going very fast right now. Up over the red bus stack. Carried decent speed over it, making his turn around that turning car. He is almost done with his lap. He just has to hit this van and make the sharp turn around and across the tabletop. Goes super wide instead of taking it tight and across the line.
With a 48.06.
48.06. Pretty good time for James. Made it all the way to the finals. We have t.ray, the owner and originator of the t.ray channel.
He can go whenever.
In the beautiful looking hooligan. Did amazing in racing.
Made it to the semis.
He made it to the finals.
Oh, my bad. I'm smart. I'm sorry.
Huge air out of hooligan. Probably the most distance out of anybody. Coming around the bus, he is making very good time. As we can tell from racing, he is a very fast person. Nicely done over the bus stack. Gotta make his first of 2 hairpins. Gonna hit the van stack and then come into his second hairpin. Didn't take it wide like James and across the line.
With a 45.02.
45.02 is the new leader. Made it to the finals and won up against Trenton, who just came out here. I'm expecting him to be very fast. Maybe take the lead away. But
oh boy,
both of these drivers are very, very fast. Huge air once again. I love that being part of that, part of the obstacle course.
Excuse me, my bad.
Oh, up on 2 wheels, keeps in the throttle. Oh,
spins it out.
I still think he's gonna have a good time.
Maybe.
Hits the bus stack slowly so he can get on the gas even faster. So far, pretty quick around here.
Gotta take the tight way out.
Very tight turn, and across the line.
A 46.16.
46.16.
Semis.
Made it to round number 2 before getting knocked out by Kyle. We have dropped Silver Zero.
You may go whenever.
The leader of Super Smash Racing in Super Mario.
See what he can do, and he
already up on 2
almost
wheels.
dies.
This truck maybe not the best handling truck, and the chassis is very old.
There. V4.
But he does know how to drive it very well.
Going up to the halfway point almost. Oh, getting a little sideways. I don't know.
I think he was alright. Oh man, really carried a lot of speed in there. I thought he was going to roll. I think he is the person to hit that little van stack the hardest. And across the line,
45.80.
45.80.
And
with the new Red 2.0, we have Brandon, aka Sonar 118. This is Nathan's chassis with some updated things. We have shocks and LEDs on this truck, and man, he is going fast. Didn't get the biggest of air on the big launch pad, which may come in clutch for him. Around the white bus stack, a lot of buses out here. Is he going to hit it hard, or is he going to let up? Looks like he is going to let up land halfway down. He is at 30 seconds right now. He is going so fast around here. He definitely has a chance to be fastest, and if he can make it around this final turn really fast. And 45.09, that is not quite going to take the lead. The lead is still a 45.02, but a very good run from Brandon, possibly going to give him a second place here tonight. Making his debut in the Lone Ranger, didn't do fantastic in racing, qualified number 7 and got knocked out by James in the first round. But this truck looks beautiful, and I think he can really drive this thing. He is no longer in contention for points championship, but he has been kicking butt all season long. And there is also the Rookie of the Year award, which he will get money from if he does win it. And so far he is looking good along with a few other people. Really fast around this course.
This might be a contender for the lead if he keeps this up. Coming on the final jump.
Across the line.
And he gets a 46.76.
Almost, but not quite there. But still a very good showing from Sean Ryan in the brand new Lone Ranger, all by himself on his team. He's doing pretty good. And looks like just for fun he's going to hit the big jump. And a slack wheelie.
And walks.
Up next we have Tim, the Toolman Taylor, as I like to call him.
I started time.
Well, stop the time, restart it.
He can go whenever.
In the beautiful Titan truck.
In a bit too much here, in my opinion. But he is a contender for the lead, maybe.
Really wide in that first turn. Huge air, but this truck does not land the greatest. Huge bounce. Coming
not as bad as Barbarian's.
White bus. Yeah, Barbarian had the worst one so far. Red bus, that is just about the halfway point. I thought he was going to do a wheelie down that for a second.
That's what I thought too.
Making the first hairpin go super wide in it. He's going to have to make up a lot of time right here. Hits that van with vengeance. Nice tight turn. Not quite the tightest, but nice and tight. And across the line.
With a 48.94.
Not quite going to take the lead, but pretty good showing from Tim. And once again, another person hitting the big stack. And another wheelie. This one more impressive.
And he's still going.
Jesus Christ.
Here comes Shane in his beautiful machine. Get ready to come out. He can go whenever. Starts time beautifully. Hopefully he gets the fastest time of the night. Team POD, because why not? Or the launch ramp getting some lag, that might hurt him a little, but just a little, not too much. Over the white bus, getting an okay turn, flying by it. See what he can do in the halfway point. Gets somewhat decent air, but air is not the greatest in time trials, or obstacle course, whatever you want to call it. Get a nice turn over the first hairpin, going over the van stack. Getting probably the biggest air of the night off of that. And he crosses the line, and oh my god, and does a zombie hunter. He gets a 45.61.
Yeah! Never even touched the body, too. And up last, we have the Swedish Fish, aka David, coming hot off of a freestyle win last week in the Gravedigger the Legend. Actually tied with Z-Man, but Z-Man's truck has been broken down right now. He is hoping to get that thing fixed for freestyle. Man, the Swede is huge air. I believe that this is the only Feld truck at this event, surprisingly.
Yes, which is funny. Going over that halfway point.
Nicely done so far. Nice and tight around these turns. Nice and technical. I don't know if it's quite going to be the fastest, but it is technical. Oh, goes really wide into that. And across the line.
With a 47.07.
Not going to take the lead, so that means that Trenton Ray is going to take the win. Congrats to Trenton. For the second week in a row, we are bringing out the Mega Trucks. First out, we have Drop Silver Zero, and we also have a new Mega Truck owner, which is going to be Jack. I also need to move my camera down. And across the line with a 24.53. We have Brandon up next in the red Mega Truck, still on his old style chassis. His monster truck got the Renegade chassis. Nice around the first turn. Very nice and tight. These trucks are mega powerful, so you kind of got to be careful with them because these things can get away from you very, very quickly. And coming up to the final ramp, 25.42, not quite going to take the lead. The newcomer to the Mega Trucks, we have Jack and Austin's team truck. You can go whenever. This is the Banana Mega Truck, and I hope he doesn't roll it over because that body is going to be slightly expensive. Quite ridiculous, if you ask me. He is going to be a lot slower than the rest of the pack because this has a different gear setup. Oh, and he's on two wheels and he rolls it, saves it, but that is going to cost him a body. Completely misses that. And across the line with a 32.97 is going to be the slowest time.
Here comes Shane in his mud truck, he can go whenever. Oh geez, almost power wheelies it and kills himself almost. Damn, these things are wicked fast and kinda kills his momentum at that turn. See what he can do when he crosses the finish line. Oh, almost flipped it almost, I guess, I don't know. I suck at commentating. And not gonna get the fastest time, but we'll get a 26.75.
Up first for freestyle, we have Jack McCarthy, not having the greatest luck. I'm pretty sure he has rolled over this and his Mega Truck, starting off with huge air, a little bit of a cross thread.
I believe everyone's going to start with that air, so yeah.
I don't know if everybody's going to start with that air because it's going to start to get old, and people are going to not want to do that. Yeah, it's a 2:30 clock tonight. And there is an extra $3,000 on the line for the winner of freestyle, so that should give these guys some incentive to really kick some butt and throw down a really good freestyle.
Nosedives it, wow.
Oh, the body's already destroyed. Can he save it? Nope, that is going to be it for Jack. Tough break for the Colt-sponsored Psycho. We have the hometown boy, part of Team POD, Kyle, and the creator of Carnage. Also, go check out his YouTube channel, which is Carnage Gaming, as you see. And I'm not sure what he is going for his first hit.
I feel like I know.
I think he is.
I don't know.
Going to go for the backside of one of the big bus stacks. The blue one, huge air.
Nice.
That was nice because I don't think a lot of people are going to do that. You're really going to have to find a new way to start out your run. Otherwise, it's just going to start to get old. And yeah. But so far, Kyle doing a good job. Oh!
Whoa!
What was that? Can he save it? Nice save.
Nice.
Destroyed the body, but it doesn't matter.
It wasn't really too hard of a rollover, so there's no need for an RAI.
Yeah. I don't want to kill people's momentum if I'm just going to
tell them to go. What?
Nice save again. Kyle is really going for the win here tonight, and the beautiful creator of Carnage Truck.
Oh, nosing it down pretty
Can you
hard.
get a slap
Carrying it
wheelie?
out to a
Nicely
slap
There we
done.
go.
Riding it hard on that edge. Gonna go into the semis, just about.
Obviously a huge Team Scream fan, running the new Avenger / Rage chassis. And this thing handles really nice. Made it all the way to the semifinals, which made him really happy. And it looks like he is really going for broke here in Soaring Eagle, aka Mount Pleasant. How much time does he have left?
He has 1 minute and 15 seconds left.
Alright, you want to give him a 1 minute warning?
Yeah.
Nice air on the tabletop into another slap wheelie. Really gonna have to do moves like slap wheelies, maybe moonwalks, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd say this
keep
is a
the
technical
momentum
track, really.
together. Maybe even donuts, like if you can get a donut walking across the track. And you're gonna have to
I
get
will
creative
honestly be
too.
really impressed if someone does that.
Looks like he is gonna go for the white bus stack. Huge air. And he's up on the front end. Nicely brought it back down. He is doing very, very good. 30 seconds left on the clock for him. Oh, clip that mound. And
no, he's done.
That is done for Kyle. A tough break, but in his hometown state, he sure did put on a pretty good show. We have James up next in the beautiful 2017 Barbarian with the Monster Truck Throwdown-esque colors. He's in the right place for it. And looks like he's going to start off with a reverse move. I don't think anybody else is going to start off like that. And a nice little wheelie. Rides it up on top of the tabletop. Very interesting way to start out his run and going right back for another reverse move. Alright, well that wasn't great. Oh, and is he going to roll over backwards? Whoa! He saves it. That was quite an amazing save. Don't think he was quite going for that, but no, he's fine. I would let him go anyway, so I don't want to kill his momentum. Oh, what?
Yeah.
And that is done. A tough break for James, but that's how the dice rolls, I guess. We have the winner of racing up next, Mr. MG, which you guys are going to have to try and find out who this actually is. Coming out,
don't say his real name, Shane.
Tabletop. Nicely done. I don't think anybody else is going to start off with that. In this track, really, a lot of people aren't going to have momentum. You're really going to have to find moves like that to combine. The only problem with that is now he has to come all the way back to hit a jump, which is really going to kill the momentum, hence why we have a 2:30 clock. Nicely done.
Yeah, momentum's not going to be a huge thing on this track. You have to be really skillful.
Oh,
okay,
nice.
Ryan Anderson.
Kinda okay then.
I think he's going for the motorhomes.
What a wheelie. Ooh.
That was different.
Indeed.
Alright, I think we have the barking under control finally.
That only took 2 years.
Mr. MG having a pretty good run right now. Really needs that big wow move, but he is still decently early on in the run.
Never mind with the dog noise.
Donuts,
nice.
first of the night. Nicely done.
I did donuts. Okay.
You did?
Yes!
In time?
Yes!
Never mind, not first of the night.
Well, you're smart. And cross
Nice cross thread. I thought he was
Almost
going to
hit
land on the cards. How much time does he have left?
1 minute left.
You want to give him a 1 minute warning?
I will give him face.
I believe he is going to be
my
first person
God.
to fill time if he can fill it. Huge air from Mr. MG. Nice over the camper. I believe he's attacked both of them already in his run. I think. I could be wrong. I've been wrong in the past.
That is true.
He has pretty good momentum, to be honest with you. Nice air with a cross thread. If you kind of stay over towards this side of the track, you can really keep up your momentum, but the other side is where you're going to have the really big jumps.
And that is time.
That is time. Going to end it off with some donuts. Those donuts will count, and he is the first person to fill time, so that is definitely going to score very well in the judges' minds. We have dropped Silver Zero up next in the Super Mario truck. It is now just him and Z-Man, which hopefully will be making it out for freestyle, which is going to be going out pretty late, regardless, because he tied for the win last week, along with David, who will be going last in the only felled truck on an indie track. But right now we have dropped Silver Zero. Doing
he started out with
pretty
some huge air, but that was a very common hit.
Yeah. Tried to get a little slap
I was playing
wheelie.
with Dogville for quite a while, Ty.
So he's going to go backside of the racing lane.
He's trying to get the wheelie. Now, there we go.
The only
Got the
bad
wheelie.
part about wheelies in like going to the outside of the track is that you then have to come all the way back in, which
Oh.
you lose momentum. Nice save. Trying to keep up as many hits as he can without going out super wide.
Yeah.
Tried
Another-
for another wheelie. Still can't get it.
He's gonna get it right there. Dragging it all the way.
I don't know if it's just me, but when he's in a wheelie, the paint on the roof just spazzes out.
That happens to me
Yes.
too.
Oh!
Does it?
RII?
Nice.
Keep him going.
Okay.
Trying not to kill people's momentum, especially on this track.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to go for the white bus, which may have been smarter for his momentum, but I guess he wants to hit everything out on the track. Nicely done.
The nosedive of the truck helps him get into those wheelies.
Yeah, and this truck really noses over hard.
Big time.
Which, speaking of Team Mario, while we're talking about it, Sean just left after last week and is now on his own. So Super Mario is now just dropped in Z-Man. So dropped is going to really have to bring in some income to support both of his trucks. But I think him and Z-Man can do it.
Oh,
Nice.
unique, that's for sure. Oh!
Oh, rolls it over.
And that is time.
Alright, that is time. And looks like he's just going to crash into the motorhome. And that will be it for Dropped Silver Zero. A pretty decent run for him. Made it all the way to the finals and won in the obstacle course. We have t.ray and Hooligan. Zach, if you want to put a go in chat.
I keep forgetting that they're not in the call.
And time will start right now. A unique time start there, but
Oh, already knows and it's down.
I don't think anybody else is going to go for it, so he's kind of got it there. First one to go for that little van stack as well. Nicely done from Trenton. He's got to try and keep up his momentum as best he can. Looks like he is getting a nice slap wheelie. Riding it all the way across the track, setting it down in time to hit the backside of the racing lane. Really stuffs it on there. Trenton has made some pretty good money already this event. He's made like $8,000. And I'm sure he is very happy with what he's done. He's gotten 4 points this event so far. And Jesus Christ!
That's the
Does like
second person to do a backflip
off of the motorhome.
That is the
Kinda like
second person to
twisted.
do that.
that is probably going to be his wow moment for his run.
Yep, but
White Van stack.
It's a shame because it's the second one, but it's the best he executed.
Yeah, and like in my mind, if the first person doesn't really do it well and the second person does it better, I mean, you're still going to score pretty well for that.
Oh, definitely. But it does devalue it a little bit because it has been done, and he's going to go for another backflip.
Why would you do the backflip there?
Out of all places. He's going to get some nice air. Going to ride out a one-wheeled wheelie. He's got 45 seconds left, I should tell him.
Trenton knows that he has to beat a 21, I believe, from Mr. MG. Oh, sidewalls, brings it back down. And if he can fill time and have like one more big wow moment, he's probably going to take the lead. Huge air. His momentum not quite as good as Mr. MG, but doing okay.
I wouldn't give this the lead practically.
Oh, stuffed it into that
run, and that is time.
Make sure you tell him. Alright, and anything he does will stop counting there. Huge, like, little McTwist, and I'm sure that Trenton is very excited on that run, and it's going to score pretty decently well. Our points leader as of right now, we have Brandon in the beautiful red truck on his newer chassis. Not super brand new, but brand new to him. And I thought he was going to time start on that. Looks like he is going to go for a cross thread. That will be time starts. Nicely done, but gotta steer away from that van there. Oh, up onto some sidewalls. That's a great way to connect move to move. But went a little bit past the obstacle that he's going for, I think.
It will definitely take down the momentum.
Nicely done. Gonna get a slap wheelie. And backside of the second biggest, I think, launch ramp into another slap wheelie. Really knows what he has to do out here to keep up his momentum and try and take the victory here tonight. Doing it once again. Nicely done for Brandon. Oh man, he was really on them sidewalls.
Yeah, he was.
But that's what you have to do. You have to connect moves. And if he can fill his time... Oh no!
That's
and
dead.
that is done for... Wait.
RII for sure. That was a really hard hit, dude. I'd say he's done.
I don't know. I would let him keep going.
No, I'm saying that was hard.
Well, it's my league, so let him keep going. It wasn't.
You're saying that because he's TPOD rigged. Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't that. Like, it was pretty hard, but it wasn't too bad. Anything harder than that would have been a done.
Yeah. Wait, well.
Oh.
Now he's done.
Now he's done. Tough break for Brandon. Not going to take the win here tonight, but a pretty decent show for himself. Up next, we have Sean Ryan on his own in the beautiful Lone Ranger truck, keeping that truck together all night, and that thing is beautiful. He is going to try and beat his old teammate, and that is time starts right there. And he's going to start off with a little endo. I think he tried to get a moonwalk. Didn't quite pull it up on the front end. Definitely gunning for the Super Smash Racing team. And that is the body destroyed already. Huge save into a wheelie. Very nicely done from Sean. If he can keep up a run like this. Oh, is he going to save it again? Yes. If he can keep up a run like this, he's going to take the lead. Big air, and I think he's going to get a slap wheelie. Nicely done. Really trying to keep it move to move. So far, I think the best momentum. A little red van stack. Nice air, and going to get a slap wheelie. riding it all the way out there. Maybe a little bit too far because he has to get all the way back to the next obstacle. White bus stack there. Oh, nosedived it really hard, trying for another wheelie. Just really trying to connect, move to move to move. Backside of the big launch ramp. This truck handles really well, and Sean, I can already tell, is loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Copyright infringement. Oh, I said copyright infringement, but okay.
Nice slap wheelie. Oh, is he gonna get his moonwalk here? Oh, on the one tire, and he's gonna save it again. Into some donuts. How much time does he have left?
45 seconds.
Oh, up onto two wheels, and that is going to be done. A tough break for Sean, but only 45 minutes left on the clock.
45 minutes?
45 seconds left on the clock. Pretty good showing from Sean and his new truck. Coming up next, we have Tim, a.k.a. Tim the Toolman Taylor, coming out in Titan. Beautiful looking truck.
Trying to do what I was doing.
Oh, man.
Already almost kills it.
Up on two wheels and all.
That's a no bueno.
Backside of the big launch mound. It looks like he's really trying to get his momentum like up high at the beginning of his run. That was nice.
That was one wheel. Two wheels.
There we go. Using that second gear power.
That was long. That was nicely done.
And combos it.
That's what you're going to have to do out here. Looks like he's going to go for that white bus stack. If he doesn't, I'll be disappointed. There it goes. Nicely done. Not super huge air, but still attacking the obstacle, keeping his momentum high. Huge air. Nicely done into a slap wheelie.
I have to say, that's one of my nose dives, I mean.
Oh, clip the car.
No. Save it.
Can he save it? And that is going to be it for Titan. Tough break for Tim, not going to take the lead, and hopefully he can do better next week, and Vegas is coming up. Up second to last, because Z-Man got his truck back together, we are going to have David, who tied for the win in the last event at St. Louis with the amazing backflip off of the little, I forget what it's called, the Tower of Power. Sean, if you want to give him a go.
Sure. Oh, go.
The only felled truck here at this event, Gravedigger the Legend. And looks like he is going to start out the same way that several others have. Oh, that's done. That's done. You want to put done in chat? Alright, well, I think it's clear that he's not going to win. Last, but certainly not least, we have Z-Man. He tied for the win last week.
Or AKA, Z does it all.
Truck broke after qualifying. He got that thing back together. Wonder why it broke. Would be because it's a Ford. And he got it back together. And he is going to come out and hopefully
look at that.
You
got my computer offended.
Nice air for the first hit.
Huge air.
I really got a lot of faith in Z-Man. I want him to take it tonight.
I don't know. He has to be Will.
He's stalling. Oh!
And he is not going to win. Tough break for Z-Man. Spent all night trying to get that truck back together, and he rolls over super early. Thank you all for watching, and Mr. Forgot his name. Don't know how I forgot his name. I think it's G something.
Oh, GM25.
GM. Mr. GM is going to take home the freestyle victory and another $3,000, which is going to be, is that 10? $16,000. Just goes to show if you do really well, you can make the big bucks, plus double down money and points. He is definitely coming out shooting hard, And yeah, next week we head to Maryland to go to Gaithersburg and Atlanta after that. And after that, we have the coveted Vegas, and then the award ceremony, which should go very well. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.